Hi, everybody. I'm so glad that you're all here joining me. Actually, nobody's here joining me yet, but I'm so excited to be here and to talk to everybody. This is going to be fun. So I thought it would be fun to start popping in and talking to you guys. I on Instagram a lot and I'm here a lot posting for you, but I think there's something to be said for really like seeing each other face to face, but I don't see your faces. So getting to see my face while I talk to you, because I have a lot to say and I have a lot of cool tips for you, and I just want to help share them. So over the next few weeks, actually for the indefinite future, I'll be popping in here every week on Wednesdays around this time to give you some knowledge and give you some insight into your wellness and what it's like being a mom, how to prioritize you. And I really want to introduce you to this network of amazing moms I know. One thing that I'm realizing is that part of why I'm able to really power through and make things happen for myself is because I'm around so many amazing moms and I'm constantly inspired by them. And so I want to introduce them to you. So I'm also going to use this opportunity each week to sometimes bring in a guest speaker, interview somebody, talk to some of the amazing moms out there, because I want you guys. We're all incredible. Moms are awesome. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be talking about how to get in some more self-care this fall. When the kids are going back to school, I find that, going away from summer, or what I'm finding now, is summer was great. It was easy. Even actually the days that they weren't in camp were even easier because we could get up, they could watch a little TV, I could do some work. We're all just, doing our own things. We're playing together. We're making time for each other. We're making time for ourselves. And the whole goal is just to have fun and have a great time. And for me, that works really well. When I'm trying to take care of everybody else, I want to be perfect at it. So I get really, focused, and I'm focused on taking care of my kids and getting their schedule and making sure they have a good, nutritious lunch and making sure they have a good day. So it's hard, and finding my place in that and giving myself permission to take care of myself as I'm prioritizing the schedule of these kids and my husband, I tend to slip through the cracks, and I feel like a lot of you do too, or at least that's what I hear from my community and from my clients. Where can I fit this in? How can I feel okay with it and release that guilt that comes with it? So I've got 4 tips for you here, and then we're going to get into some of the ways that you can make these things happen. And we're also going to, at the end, I'm going to give you a little, this is to make sure you listen, I'm going to give you a little prompt, and I'm going to have you respond down below, and I've got some giveaways for you guys. And that's only to say, I want you guys to watch this. I want you to benefit from this, and I love to reward people who are really proactive about their self-care and taking care of themselves and going for it and gung-ho. So that's why I'm doing it that way. All right. So like I was saying, summer for me is awesome. It's easy. I wouldn't say nothing's easy with 2 little boys, but it's fun. It was easy for me to relax and take care of myself. Fall coming up, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about what the school is going to do for me. Even just when they were in camps, it was a little bit harder for my schedule. And I found myself kind of going back into that all or nothing mindset. So for me, this is what I do to help regain some control. So as you're setting a schedule for your kids, set one for yourself. Your kids are now going to be on a schedule. They're in school, they're in preschool, they go to daycare. Even if you have kids who aren't in preschool yet, you've got a schedule. Kids love routine, and hopefully you're providing that for them. So don't forget that you are part of that schedule and you are part of that routine. So you need to add in stuff for you there too. So take a day, whatever day of the week it is. For me, it's Sundays. Some people it's Wednesdays. Sit down and plan your week. So tip 1 is just plan your week. Set a schedule. Actually, tip 1 is pick 3 things you want to prioritize. Sorry, this is unscripted, so I'm a little, I'm just like reading off of notes here. So, all right, tip 1, pick 3 things that you want to prioritize. What are the things that you want to be getting in every day? Some things are like drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. They can be really simple things. Get active for, close the ring on your Apple Watch. Really small, well, I guess that's not really small, but really actionable items. So it's not get to a workout. It's not something huge, just 3 things that you want to make sure you're prioritizing. And if one of those things is workouts, how many? How many workouts? How long do you want those workouts to be? What are you looking for? Get specific within that. Pick 3 things. And then the next thing, number 2, is set a schedule for them. Set a schedule for yourself. Take a look at your week. Where are you going to get in these workouts? If you want to get active every day, how are you going to get that activity in? Can you walk to the store? Can you walk to pick up your kid? And remember, you've got to schedule that about 30 minutes before the pickup, or at least I do. And I always find myself like, oh my God, I was supposed to walk to pick up Jason today. And then I'm like running out the door and I'm so stressed trying to get there on time. So make sure you have it planned. Set alarms. This is for you, and it's not to add stress. It's for you to be able to build this into your lifestyle. So the other tip is, part of number 2 is front load your day and front load your week. So that means put all the action items, all the stuff that you want early. Put it early in the day. Put it early in your week. And then try to lighten up what you're expecting of yourself later in the day and later in the week. That way, when things come up, when you have a flat tire or your kid locks the keys in the car, which has happened to us like way more times than it should, or for example, like the kids leave the door open in the car and then the battery's dead in the morning. Anyway, things come up, throw you off schedule. So you're gonna need to shift things around. So maybe you'll have to do things later in the day. But as things are scheduled later in the day, it's harder to reschedule them and shift things around. So try front loading. Right after drop off is a great time to get in your quick workout. And, if you're having a crazy day, think to yourself, can I do 5 minutes right now? 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes? So even if it's not a huge workout that you wanted to do, this might be your only chance to get it in. It's what's on the schedule. Do 5 minutes, do 10 minutes, do what you can, so that later in the week, if there's another opportunity, you can do it. But if there's not, you'll have already done that. So keep it small, keep it simple, and take action. Take action early, because you want to feel like you're moving forward. Okay, so number 3 is create a ToDo list. And I don't know, I think somebody probably coined this term, but it's kind of everywhere right now. And I wish I knew the source of it so I could credit this person. But a ToDo list is like a to-do list, but obviously it's the opposite. So it is, it's celebrating. What did I do today? So at the end of the day, even if you're not writing it out, because I'm going to be real honest with you, like sometimes I just don't feel like it. Maybe meditate on it. Sit down. Sometimes like I'll sneak into the bathroom and just like sit there and tell the kids not to bother me. And I'll just do like a quick little meditation. And that's a great time for you to just reflect on everything you did today. So one of the things I want you to do is respond in the comments, 3 things that you've already done. It's 12:40 in Pacific time. I'm sure by now you've done 3 things that you're proud of. 3 little things. Made their lunches, put in a little treat, made a love note for your kid, made their beds, did laundry. I mean, I've done so much already today. And this is already kind of long. So one of the reasons I haven't gone live is I tend to talk a lot. So I'm working on it. Anywho, so right down below here, let me know some of the things that you've been doing and what you're proud of today. At the end of the day, celebrating all the things that you did. I made myself breakfast today, but like that feels like a weird thing to celebrate, but it is, because often I don't, and sometimes I skip it and then I'm hangry, and sometimes I'm just like grabbing stuff off of the kids' plate. But today I made myself breakfast and it was great. So things like that, celebrate it. That was a great choice. That is something that you did that I did for myself. So go through your day and celebrate your wins. That's really key. And then number 4, your 4th tip is create a power statement. A power statement is something that gives you power. So there's a lot that I feel like I'm failing at every day on the regular. And I'm a perfectionist, which I think a lot of people are. Maybe not, but even if you're not a perfectionist, it's really easy to feel like you are failing as a mom. There's not a lot of positive reinforcement of the things that we're doing. There's not a lot of kindness and love just tossed our way. So let's create that for ourselves. And one of the things I try to do daily is look in the mirror, much like that adorable YouTube video. I don't stand on the counter and dance, but I could. And tell yourself the things that you want to hear. I am awesome. I am strong. I am loved. That's a big one for me. I have to look in the mirror sometimes and tell myself I am loved. I know I'm loved. My husband tells me all the time. My kids tell me all the time. But I have trouble feeling it. I have trouble allowing myself to feel loved. And so that's something I tell myself in the mirror. And it's great. It is me affirming to myself that I've got this. I've got these things that I need and want in the world. And it's important that we tell ourselves that. And that's part of gratitude, and that's part of mindfulness, and that's part of what will help empower us to take action and take control of our lives. So find your power statement, and it can be different every day. Sometimes I need different things. Sometimes I have different affirmations. Sometimes it's about business. I am a confident business person. I haven't seen myself as a business person my whole life. I'm not a business person. Now I am. And so some of what I do, especially in the beginning of building this business, was just look in the mirror and be like, I'm a business person. And it helped. It really helped me grow the confidence to really own this business and be excited about not just the coaching, but being a business owner. So those are the 4 tips I have for you, and I'll write them in the comments because I know a lot of people will be coming back to watch this. But I also wanted to give you a couple tips on how to take action on these things. So a lot of the most common ones are eat healthier, exercise more, drink more water. I think that's it. Those are the ones I wanted to cover today. So those are 3 things that most people are really trying to do. For water, tell yourself you'll drink water before you eat anything. And that takes care of kind of 2 things. So before you put anything in your mouth, have a glass of water. That keeps you mindful about what you're eating and why you're eating it. And it keeps you hydrated. So it's a great way to make sure that you are thinking. As moms, we do a lot of stuff on autopilot. So our self-care shouldn't be put on autopilot. You don't want to eat a delicious candy bar and then not remember you ate it. You want to sit and enjoy it. So drink a glass of water before you eat anything, before you put anything in your mouth. Even if you're about to grab the candy at the accountant's office. My accountant has great candy at his office. Drink some water first. Ask him for a bottle of water. That will help you feel like you did something healthy. Now you can have that candy. It also gives you time to decide, do I really want that candy? And it keeps you hydrated. Nutrition, it's not just about eating healthy, it's about eating consistently, because we get hangry moms. We tend to not eat very much, and then we go for it. We eat all of our kids' leftover mac and cheese. We eat the ends of the hot dogs. We just start shoving shit in our mouths because we're hungry and busy and stressed, and toddler food's delicious. So one of the ways to kind of regain control over that is to eat consistently and make sure that you are nourished and that your cravings are there because like you want to have a cookie, not because you need to have a cookie, or because the cookie's the only thing in front of you and you are so hungry you might punch somebody and so you have to eat the cookie. So stay consistent, and you're making lunches and snacks for your kids even if they're not going to school. A lot of us pack snacks. In that time, pack your own. Set out 3 or 4 or however many kids you have, add 1 more, and pack your own healthy snack. Pack your own bowl of fruit. Pack your own bag of pretzels and hummus. Pack some stuff to have with you on the go, and make sure that you can eat consistently, and make sure that you know where you're going to be and where you can have access to a healthy option if you're going to be out and about. Make sure your fridge has something that you're going to want to eat at lunchtime or at 3 p.m. when the kids are having their snack. You should have a snack too. That's important. So make a plan. I mean, all of this, if you've noticed any sort of theme here, make a plan. Think about it, make a plan, and things will fall into place. If you're mindful and the more you pay attention to what you're doing and you think about it and you think about yourself and what you deserve and what you want to feel, how healthy you want to feel, what does healthy feel like? What does good sleep feel like? You want to prioritize those things. So taking care of yourself should be kind of at the forefront of your actions during the day. How do I help myself feel good right now? And then for activity, it's kind of the same thing. Stay mindful. It doesn't have to be what's going to help me burn the most calories or what's going to help me lose weight right now. It's going to be what is going to help me feel good right now. What's something I could do right now that I will be proud of? So walking to the store, or walking to pick up your kid from school, or walking him to the park, or her, I have boys, so that you guys can hang out at the park, and so that you have that little extra time to get in a walk. That might not be a ton of calories burned, but you're going to feel great. You're going to get that vitamin D. You're going to get your heart rate up. Even a walk gets your heart rate up, and that can count as your cardio. It doesn't have to be a run. It doesn't have to be a jog. Walking is great. It's so much better than sitting. So get up and move and take action, and base that again around what feels good. What am I going to be proud of? What is going to help me stay consistent? Because the more that you do those small things, a little walk every day really adds up to actually a lot of calories burned that week, a lot of calories burned that month, calories you wouldn't have burned. So if you are trying to play the calorie game, it will have an impact if you do it consistently. Getting to 1 class a week or 1 class every 2 weeks, that's maybe 300-400 calories you've burned, maybe even more. But if you're not doing that consistently and you're sitting on your butt the rest of the time, or you're hangry eating, that's all kind of not going to add up, and it's not going to really work out for you in the long run in terms of seeing results. I mean, a workout is good regardless, so get to it, whatever you want to do. But those small things, that's where we're really working on staying consistent, and that's where the magic happens. So lots of small actionable steps towards increasing your physical activity is what's going to be awesome. I just saw like a bunch of emoji faces go up there. Some were mad, some were laughing. I'm not really sure. But hopefully none of this is angering anybody. I'm pretty sure it's not. Anyway, so yes, activity, small actionable steps. Do it as often as possible whenever you think about it. Prioritize you and what you're doing. And the last thing, ask for help. I asked my babysitter to come pick up the kids today. That was hard for me. I know that I could drop them off, but I also knew that would make me really stressed out. I don't have a lot of help this week. I have a lot to do. We're going away next week. So I asked her, and of course she said yes. So that's huge. Ask for help. Even if you feel like, well, I could do it, I don't want to put them out. Ask. People love to help. So ask. And people love you. The people in your life who you are asking for help, They love you, and they'll say no. I mean, people say no to me all the time, but they love being asked. So keep asking. Don't let a no deter you from asking again either. So yeah, those are my tips for prioritizing you this fall. And I hope that you found that really helpful. So grab a notebook somewhere. The dollar store has them. Make your schedule, start a plan, use your iCalendar if you need to. Reach out to me if you want. So I'm going to ask you to write down below here also, what are 3 things that you want to prioritize in your days and weeks as you start school, as you start the fall? I mean, I realize not everybody has school-age kids. So this coming fall, what are the 3 things that you want to prioritize for you? I can help give you some tips and some ways to do that. I can send you over some resources. But most of all, if you comment down below on any of these things that I've asked about, I will send you a grocery list, which is awesome. It has all my notes for like what you want to get, why you want to get it, how you can use it. So it's kind of just my basic grocery list, kind of the foundations that you're going to want to have on hand. And it's really awesome. And if anybody wants to find some more information about the virtual gym, we've got plenty of information on the website, and I'll post the link over there. I've got a lot of new moms joining, and it's going to be so much fun. In September, we have a great challenge coming up. So let me know if you have questions about that. And let me see. Oh, yeah. And then we have, I have an app. It's a free app. And it's really awesome. It's a great way to track and celebrate your healthy choices. So I'll also post that in the comments. Definitely grab it, try it out, and play with it. It's not just for moms. It's a really great way for you to just take action on your health and really start celebrating it and shift your mindset away from that all or nothing and more towards how can I feel awesome? How can I help myself feel awesome? Okay, so that's it for today, and I will see you guys next week. Probably 12:30. I'm hopeful that I can keep just this time spot and stay consistent here. And thanks so much for joining me. Let me know if you have questions in the comments, and I will see you soon. Bye. Oh, and I do free consults if you need anything. All right. Bye, guys.